promised myself if I was ever to make a YouTube channel or post videos, I wouldn't start off with a minute long intro. So I'm assuming you read the title, so I assume you know what's going down. My name is Melanie, by the way, if you didn't notice that either. So, number one, do you remember the specific moment you decided you were going to lock your hair? Where were you and how did you feel? I don't remember the exact day, time, whatever, but I was in school, in college. IU, baby. Oh, I should have did RU. And yeah, so it was sophomore year, and freshman year, I went without a relaxer, and I just did like my own. I wore weaves and braids and twists and all that, and I just wanted something different and something that was low maintenance and just fit my personality. And so I came across Locs. We did some research, and then I decided I wanted them. Didn't feel any type of way because, in my opinion, hair is hair. I thought, because a lot of people have a hard time committing to it. And it felt right to me, so I didn't feel like there was a commitment thing. But at the same time, I knew in the back of my head, like, my hair grows quick. Like, it's nothing to chop it off and be bald. Wigs exist. So what method, if any, did you use to start your dreadlocks? I guess you could freeform. Ignore that look. I use comb coils with beeswax, which was a big mistake. Do not use beeswax. Okay? But I should have did 2-strand twists, but I didn't know any better. Because at that time, it was 2012, and everybody was using beeswax on their locks. And it's just what's been done. If you're not freeforming, it's just what you do to help it stay. But maybe that'll be for another day as to why you don't. But essentially, just don't do it. If you feel like your hair isn't gonna stay in a comb coil, then you should just do 2-strand twists and just let it do its thing. You can always put rubber bands at the end of a 2-strand twist until it starts to merge together and mature and take them off. How old are your locks? They are 6 years. They'll be 7 in December. The length of your longest lock and the shortest. The longest is one of these. Which one do you want to be? Well, I don't know. Whatever. One of these two is the longest. Shortest, she's up here. She started off as like where I used to have a bald spot. Hair started growing, so I just 2-strand twisted her, and she grew into a little skinny. She's like about 2.5 inches long. Do you have any locks that are uniquely? It says especially, y'all. Especially unique is what it says. Strange or awesome? No. How many locks do you currently have? Is it the same number you started with? It's definitely not the same number I started off with. They all started off like this skinny. The woman who started my hair said that women can't have thick locks. I was like, I want thick locks because the thinner you have them when they mature, and the more you retwist them, the thinner they get, and then they pop off, and then you look like Stevie Wonder. So I combined them when she left because I was like, this woman here. She's another story too, because she was all, I'm from Barbados, Rihanna was my neighbor, and I was like, just do my hair, please. But started off with like 150, but I'm at like 70, anywhere from 70 to 77. I don't count because I heard it was a taboo, so I don't want to know my exact amount. So don't ever ask me for an exact because you just get in between that range. What shampoo or other products do you use on your locks? I use Dr. Bronner's Castile soap mixed with some essential oil and a cap full of apple cider vinegar. And I would get my hair wet in the shower, spray it, let it sit for 3 minutes, and then I rinse it out. And then when I get out of the shower, I put coconut oil on my hair, sometimes olive oil. I don't know, I've seen things about you shouldn't use coconut oil or whatever. Oil is oil. Oil holds in the water that was just in your hair. So oil's stupid to put in your dry hair because oil locks in water. So if you're putting oil on dry hair, you're just making more dry locks. Like, you want your locks to be soft. Everyone assumes locks are supposed to be hard and crunchy, but no, those are unhealthy. So, and then as far as retwisting, I used to use retwisting gel, but that causes buildup and flaky scalp. I'll do it. I found a natural one on, like, it was made out of honey and something else. But honey is still bad to put on your hair. So, and then I used to use aloe vera gel, but like it's just like water. So essentially I just retwist my hair really tight and just let it dry. Not really tight, that's a lie. Like usually I'll retwist my hair and about a week later it's back to looking like this. And I'm okay with that. Like, y'all gotta stop, well not y'all, but you know who I'm talking about. Gotta stop being like, you really need to retwist your hair because it's looking wild. And let me be wild and free, okay? Like, I don't have to conform to your beauty standards, but don't get me started. I think I already got started, but don't get me. Okay, how often do you wash your locks? I should wash them more often, like, yeah, but on a good month, I wash them every other week. Every 2 weeks. But sometimes I don't wash. I only wash them once a month. I don't retwist them often. Like, I retwist them like once every 3 months. A lot of times I just put some flexi rods in my hair. Because when you're curling that up, that helps retwist your locks. So I'm lazy, okay? I'm sorry. Do you do any regular maintenance? No. I used to constantly put hair dye in my hair, which is why you see like the lighter color versus my naps. My naps are my natural color. This is all dye. And I would just take some box dye and just haphazardly put it everywhere and call it a day. But I'm trying to get away from that. Eventually I want to grow it all out, but I really miss being like I used to love being super blonde because this is like unmessed with hair. So it would get really blonde and then just let it fade into brown. It's cute in the summer. I might do it again. I'm sorry. What are your favorite beads or other decorations? I love the filigree beads that look like crowns, the gold ones. Those are my favorite. I love cowries. I just never wear them, but I do have the crowns. I just took them out because like I wash my hair with them in because I don't feel like taking them out, and then they start to fade. Then you gotta buy more. So I'm just taking a break from the new ones I just bought. If your locks had their own personal motto, what would it be? I'm just here chilling, bro. If you could start a new set of locks, would you do anything differently? Yes. Like I said, I would do 2-strand twists and no beeswax. And I would do less locks on my head. So probably about 50-ish. Because I want them thick. Like thick. Thick like me. Thick. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Is anything else unique about your parents other than locks, tattoos, piercings, etc.? I have a lot of moles on my body. Like you can, I don't know if it's on this side or this side. There's moles on my face, whatever. I have a tattoo of an elephant. I can't show you the right way because it's on my wrist. I have piercings. Not like crazy piercings though, but I have piercings. You can only see my nose because I have 2 on this ear, 3 on this ear, but I don't wear earrings anymore. So I tend to lose them. So the one pair I do have is sitting in my little jewelry dish over there. So I know where they're at when I need them. How many people do you know personally with locks? It's considerably way more now, considering it's more accepted to have locks and less of a stigma. I don't really, like a few of my exes have had locks, and everybody else I know just off of social media. And like people from my hometown, Indianapolis, like I know a few people on social media but never hung out with them. So I don't really like saying I know them, but we know of each other. Have you had, I just skipped a question. I skipped 2 questions. Can we rewind? Have any employers turned you down for having locks? Have any wanted you because of your locks? Don't think anyone specifically has said, hey, I'm gonna hire you because of your hair, because of the industry that I'm in. It'd be different if I was like a model. Look, this face. Or like something that required looks maybe, but no. And I don't think anyone's turned me down because every job I've interviewed for, I've gotten. And that'd be a problem if they did. I'd be like, look, I'm approved that y'all didn't hire me because of my hair. But I haven't had that problem because it's 2019. They need to get over that. Have you, and I skipped the question again. What's the weirdest question you've gotten about your locks? The dumbest, the funniest, and the most common. Okay, so this is going to segue into things you should not ask people with locks and how to ask these questions better, okay? Because, like, these questions, it's only 4 of them, but these tie into the dumbest and most common at the same time. Starting off with, is that really your hair? Which I try to be understanding because I'm like, there's faux locks out there. But faux locks look like faux locks. At least to people with locks, it looks like faux locks. So I try to be more understanding. But it's like, can you ask with less annoyingness? You're annoying me with the way you're asking. Can you not? So saying, is that really your hair? How about you say, like, I don't know. How about you say, are those real or fake? But that'll still piss me off. So just don't ask. Just learn how to spot them on your own, okay? I hate that question. Like, no, it's not mine. I'm just, like, what? You guys don't see the naps? Anyway. Secondly, can you even wash it? It's hair. Like, what? It's hair. Like, I want everyone in this world to realize this is still growing out of my head. There's nothing different about this hair versus here versus this is shedded dead hair. And, like, it's still hair. It's still hair. Can I say it again? It's still hair. Yes, you can wash it. I don't even know a better way to ask. How about just don't say, can you even wash it? How about you say, how do you wash your hair? I will be less of a jerk if you ask me, how do you wash your hair? Then, can you even wash it? Can I smack you? Can I even smack you? Anyway, the next one. How do you get it to do that? Do what? How do I get it to grow out of my head? Ask God. I know what they're asking. They're asking like, oh, how do you form your locks? How about y'all ask it like that? Like, don't be ignorant now. Don't. Just say, hey, I'm curious about locks. How are they started? Was it that hard to ask that? Yeah. And lastly, how long did it take to grow your braids? Ugh. I used to work in a restaurant, and older white people would ask me, one would be like, oh my God, I love your braids. How long did it take to grow them like that? It got to the point I would just be like, oh, it's been 6 years or whatever, however long it had been, instead of trying to correct them, because white people braid their hair. You know what the difference is between a braid and, okay, but you're just choosing to be ignorant, so I'm going to be ignorant with you. And one lady, this has happened twice. One lady, I came up to the table. She's like, oh, you look like Michonne from Walking Dead. I said, and then her son looked, he turned red and got embarrassed. And I was like, I get what you're saying, because, like, she's black, I'm black. She had locks, I have locks, but we don't look alike. So I am offended that you're saying I look exactly like her because of my hair. And my hair is about like this short at the time, so it's not like it was long. And so it was kind of awkward because I didn't want to go back over there. But, y'all need to just not say shit like that. I look like me. That's who I look like. I also had a manager when I worked at a different restaurant. He would always yell, Michonne, Michonne. I think he was so freaking funny. He ended up getting fired for buying drugs off an employee and just being a general butt face. But that's all other I have stories for days, okay? If y'all are interested in story time with me, just let me know. But there's only be like a few people watching this, so we'll get there one day. What was I even talking about? For those of you who don't know, I had a car accident and it messed my memory up, and I struggle with amnesia. So like when I go on tangents, I forget what I was talking about because my brain does not hold on to making memories, which that can be another video if y'all interested in what it's like living with amnesia. Whatever, I'll go back and watch this video and be like, damn, darn. Try not to cuss. That's what I was saying. And whatever, but so the next question, have you ever had a freak accident or embarrassing moment involving your dreads? Which it should say locks, but whatever. No, but it gets stuck on my nose ring a lot. I guess the most annoying thing is if I sleep next to somebody. I move a lot in my sleep and just be slapping them, but that doesn't bother me. Do you have any dreaded role models? If so, who? None. I don't believe in having someone as a role model based off of their hair. What locked YouTubers could you see yourself hanging out with in real life? I don't know. I have a few Instagram people I follow that would be cool to kick it with. Locs. She's one that seems like very zen and like cool, beautiful hair. Narissa the woman with the really long, beautiful hair that's been going for 30 plus years. I could see myself kicking it with her. I have one follow. I can't remember her name is like Locs something on Instagram. She seems pretty dope. She has long locks as well. But that's like kind of it. I don't even know where any of these people live, so it's not like in my head it's like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with them one day. So yeah, that's that on that. And if you have any other questions that you want me to answer or anything you're curious about when it comes to locks and I didn't cover, let me know. I'm willing to, make another video, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be normal. I'm really trying. Yeah, hope you enjoyed my first video.